Hi guys, today we are back with the breast cancer awareness theme, and I'm talking to fellow mommy Nina Lunn, and she's going to share her story with me. She's a very brave woman, and she's going to share her story as to how she found out that she had the illness and how she's dealing with it and why it's so important for you to get yourself checked out. Hi Nina.
Hello. Okay, my name is Nina. I'm 31. I noticed a lump when I was 30, actually before my 31st birthday, and I put it off because I didn't think it was anything. It grew and there was redness, so I thought, well, let me just go and have it checked out. Went to the doctor. It was presenting like mastitis because my son is only about, he wasn't even 2 yet, so could have been something to do with the milk ducts. They put me on a course of antibiotics for about 10 days, and they did the ultrasound, and it didn't look anything sinister, anything. Once you go to a radiologist, they give you a BIRAD score. So according to that, I had a 2% chance of it being cancer. So the radiologist said to me, these things can go away by themselves for 6 to 12 months. So I said, sure, okay. Went back to the surgeon, and he said, well, you can either go for an MRI, which will still show a bit of grey area, won't be concrete as to what it is, or we can do the surgical biopsy. So I went for the biopsy because it's just, I wanted to know exactly what it was. And then obviously that was done in March of this year, and on the 7th of March I got told that it was cancer. So it's quite funny because on the 7th of March 20 years ago my grandfather died of cancer.
Okay.
So had to break the news to my family, and it was quite interesting, I thought. But it just, for us young people, we feel a lump or we see something, and I never once thought it was cancer. I didn't once think it was that. My family didn't think it was that. People told me not to worry, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. I got asked the questions, how old are you, do you have a history of it, did you breastfeed, do you have children? So according to all those questions, it shouldn't be breast cancer. So everyone was a bit shocked. The radiologist was shocked, surgeon was shocked, everyone was shocked because I didn't tick any box. But
And you were, sorry to stop you, but you were exclusively breastfeeding?
Not exclusively, but I did breastfeed.
Okay, because I know that after my kids as well, when I wanted to go for the mammogram, they said no, if you're breastfeeding, I think you have to wait a certain amount of time because of the
yeah. And even like if you're in your cycle as well, it's more dense. Like if you go for an MRI, they don't like you to go during your period or sometime afterwards because your breast density changes and they can't see anything.
Okay.
So my tumor was about 3 by 4 centimeters eventually, and they made me go for a mammogram, and the mammogram didn't see it. So I don't recommend mammograms for anybody under the age of 40. I think you're wasting your time.
Okay.
So ultrasounds are the best. If you see a lump, obviously if you feel a lump, mustn't worry too much. Mustn't go and think straight away that it's going to be something wrong. Just be aware of it and go for the ultrasound if you're younger than 40.
Okay.
And if you still, if it doesn't respond to antibiotics, if there's no other cause for your glands to be swollen, if there's nothing else that's helping the lump, go for the biopsy, get the fine needle aspiration biopsy, take a few cells out, doesn't do anything, doesn't hurt anything, rule out cancer, and then carry on. But there's lots of benign conditions with breast, so don't always jump to the wrong conclusion because I don't want people to unnecessarily worry. Just your own body, you should definitely fight for something if you feel like it's not what you think it's there. You can feel when a milk duct is, or feel when it's fibrous, your body. And I think I knew something was a bit wrong, but I should have gone sooner because it would have saved a lot of treatment.
And then your support structure, Nina, what's that like?
Oh, it's very good. It's very good. My husband's been very, very strong. He doesn't worry about things that he can't change. So although he does get concerned and he's very sympathetic, he doesn't like to dwell on the negative at all. He keeps me going, and my two boys, I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. They're very busy, very busy. So they've been wonderful. My in-laws have been amazing. We live next door to them, so they really help with the kids and with being there when I needed to rest. And obviously my mum.
Okay.
She also lives in Durban, so she comes sometimes and sleeps over and lets me sleep in during the morning, which is quite nice.
And then upon diagnosis, what was the treatment from there?
Okay, so I was diagnosed with inoperable breast cancer because it was in my skin, and they couldn't get clear margins when they wanted to operate. So I had 3 rounds of what they call red devil chemo, but it didn't work. So they changed it to another chemo and a targeted therapy called Herceptin, which really seemed to work really well. And we got it. I had 12 rounds of that, of the Taxol, and a couple of rounds of the Herceptin. You only have that every 3 weeks, and it brought it down. So when I finished the Taxol, I went for a double mastectomy. My cancer, unfortunately, went to the underlying skin of my right breast, where the tumor was in my left breast, and my nodes were positive under both arms. So I went for the double mastectomy and lymph node clearance. So after that, I healed. I'm still on the targeted therapy until May next year, but I'm on 6 weeks of radiation at the moment.
Okay.
This is my 3rd week, and I'll be halfway after today.
Okay. And I know that these are a little bit invasive, so like in terms of how it's changed your life, I'm sure that you've learned a lot from this, and you know, what advice would you give people, like other moms, other women out there who are, you know, not even fighting breast cancer, but just like, you know, the little things that you've learned from your experience here?
Oh, it's been so many things. You know, it's funny, like, you know, when your husband or your children like irritate you with some stupid thing, like either they want a little bit more affection, or, you know, just an egg for breakfast instead of, I don't know, Wheat Bix or whatever. Just those things don't matter. If you're running a little bit late, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't stress out for those small things. Rather keep yourself and your family happy, and just enjoy every single moment. So when your husband gets home, or your kids get home, or you get home, just love more instead of fight. If the dishes aren't done one night, it's really not gonna be the end of the day. If your lounge looks a bit like a bomb, or there's tents all over the place, or, you know, blankets here, teddies there, you know, I know you want a perfect home often of the time, but the most important thing is to just be happy. Don't stress about things that you can't control. Do things. Just do things. Like now, I need to go to Disney World. It's been a dream of mine, and I have to do it, because you can't take your house with you.
Exactly.
When you go, you can't take your car. I mean, if you go with your family and experience things and do stuff together, the memories are what matter. I don't think material things should matter as much as what we put on them.
Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much for chatting to me, Nina. You know what? I've seen your name. I was telling you just now that like I came across your story through one of the moms groups in school, and I know it's the first time that we're actually meeting, but I think that you are incredibly brave, and I love following your posts. You know, you've given me a whole new take on this. You know, you've taken something that's perceived as negative, and your positive outlook to everything is just so inspiring. I know your status the other day about your eyelashes.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was so cute. Her status was something about her eyelashes growing again,
Yeah.
and it was like so cute and so positive, and I think your attitude is right, and you know, you're definitely gonna fight this, and I think you're gonna recover just fine, and you're gonna definitely. I'm definitely waiting to see those posts of Mickey Mouse and the boys.
So, thank you.
Good luck. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. And please go and get yourself checked out if you're thinking of, if you're second guessing yourself in any way. It's so important. I mean, we have families. we have people that depend on us. So sometimes as women, we just take a back seat. We put our needs last, and sometimes you just need to put yourself first, especially when it comes to health.
Yes, definitely. And it's hard when you're a mom of young kids. You don't get time to rest. You don't, like, going through this treatment. There's a few days obviously that I wasn't able to get up and go, but for us, we have to just get up and we just have to go, and we have to carry on
because have downtime,
because our families need us. And like I said, like Rihanna said, if you feel something, if you're concerned about something, listen to your body, do those annual checks. And what I heard the other day, which is quite nice, is apparently spouses find the lumps majority of the time, so let them have a good feel. So there
you go.
So maybe they'll find something that you might have missed. But I think it's important just to make sure that you know your body.
Okay, well, thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.